Imagine you are standing in a dark, silent industrial lab. On the floor in front of you lies what looks like a heap of high-grade scrap metal, a torso, 2 legs, and a glowing ring for a face. It's motionless. It looks dead. Then, without a sound, the legs don't just move. They snap. They rotate backward in a way that would shatter a human pelvis into white powder. The torso spins 180 degrees with a mechanical whine so high-pitched it feels like a needle in your ear. In 5 seconds, the machine has stood up, faced you, and calibrated its sensors. There was no warming up. There was no struggle. There was only a cold, calculated transition from a pile of parts to the most advanced physical entity on the planet. This is the new all-electric Atlas from Boston Dynamics. But before you assume this is just another tech demo, you need to understand something terrifying. We were told the Terminator was just a movie, until Boston Dynamics built the real thing. This isn't the clunky research project you remember. This is the new all-electric Atlas. Forget everything you know about human movement. This machine has 56 degrees of freedom and joint rotations that are physically impossible for a human body. It can lift 100 pounds without fatigue. It never gets tired, it never takes a break, and it never asks for a salary. It was designed for one specific purpose: to replace the human worker in the harshest environments on Earth. Equipped with self-swapping batteries for 24-hour operation, it is faster, stronger, and more efficient than any person could ever hope to be. The production lines have already started. The T800 isn't coming. It's already here. The question is, what happens to us when the machine does our job better than we do? In a leaked internal stress test, this machine didn't just outperform its predecessor, it demonstrated a predatory efficiency that forced the engineers to install a physical kill switch for the first time in the company's history. We aren't just looking at a better robot. We are looking at the pivot point where the machine decided it no longer needed to move like a human to beat us. And if you think your job is safe because it requires human touch, wait and see. I'll come back to that later. If you thought the old one was impressive, you haven't been paying attention to the violence of this upgrade. For over a decade, the world fell in love with a different version of this machine. We watched the hydraulic HD Atlas run through snowy woods, perform backflips that put Olympic gymnasts to shame, and even dance to Do You Love Me? It was the golden child of robotics. But on April 16, 2024, Boston Dynamics effectively sent the most famous robot in history to the scrap heap. They killed the athlete to build a worker. Why? Because the old Atlas was a lie. It was an engineering masterpiece, sure, but it was fundamentally bleeding. It was a hydraulic beast, powered by high-pressure fluid coursing through a web of hoses at thousands of pounds per square inch. When it fell, it didn't just break. It sprayed hot oil across the floor like a wounded animal. It was loud, inefficient, and required a team of world-class PhDs just to keep it from leaking itself to death. Boston Dynamics traded that explosive but fragile nature for the relentless and precise power of custom electric actuators. The result is a machine that looks less like a human and more like a nightmare designed by a physics engine. This new Atlas stands 1.5 meters tall and weighs 89 kilograms. The story is the 56 degrees of freedom. This version has doubled its ability to interact with the physical world compared to its predecessor. It doesn't just move, it occupies space with a level of mechanical freedom that makes the human body look like a primitive prototype. Your hips can only rotate so far before the bone hits the socket. Your neck has a dead zone where you can't see behind you. The new Atlas has no such weaknesses. Its joints are fully rotational. It can swivel its waist while its legs stay planted. It can flip its head to look behind it while walking forward. This is a total rejection of biological constraints. The motors driving these limbs are high-density units designed to deliver bone-shattering force instantly. We are talking about torque numbers that allow this machine to lift 50 kilograms in a single instant snatch. It can sustain a 30-kilogram load indefinitely without its muscles ever tiring. This shift to electric pushes efficiency over 80%. It features a self-swappable battery that gives it 6 hours of continuous, high-intensity movement. When power runs low, it navigates itself to a dock, swaps its own battery in under 3 minutes, and gets back to work. This marks the end of the research era. They aren't building a Mascot anymore, they are building a platform. While companies were arguing about whether robots should have friendly faces, Boston Dynamics was in the lab perfecting the brutality of movement. They've built a machine that can operate in temperatures from minus 20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius with an industrial-grade rating, meaning it can walk through a rainstorm or a dusty factory floor without blinking its ring light eye. A machine that moves like a demon is a liability if it thinks like a child. If this robot makes one wrong calculation while carrying a 100-pound engine block, it becomes a projectile of spinning alloy that can end a human life in a fraction of a second. This is why the brain of the new Atlas was forged in a digital meat grinder. Boston Dynamics is now the spearhead of Hyundai's global automation strategy. Hyundai doesn't care about backflips. They care about physical intelligence at scale. They want a machine that can do the work of 3 men for 20 hours a day without ever asking for a break. To get there, they had to stop programming the robot and start evolving it. The new Atlas doesn't have a face, it has a halo of sensors, a suite of LiDAR and depth-sensing cameras that weaponize the world into a data stream. Before this robot ever took a single step in a physical lab, it had already lived 1,000 lifetimes in a digital one. Using NVIDIA's Isaac Sim and Google DeepMind's reinforcement learning algorithms, Boston Dynamics creates a data factory. They don't teach the robot how to walk. They give the AI a reward for moving forward and a penalty for falling down. Then, they let the computer run the simulation at 10,000 times the speed of real life. In a single weekend, the Atlas brain experiences more falls, more slips on ice, and more collisions than a human worker would experience in a century. It fails 10 million times in the simulation so that it never fails once on your factory floor. This reinforcement learning from physical feedback is the secret sauce. Notice its gait. It doesn't walk like a human trying to be careful. It walks with a strange, predatory strut. Its knees stay slightly bent, its center of gravity is perfectly locked, and its feet hit the ground with a rhythmic, mechanical thud. It is the walk of a machine that has calculated the friction coefficient of the floor to the 4th decimal point. We are facing a global demographic collapse in manufacturing. In South Korea and the US, young people aren't lining up for these working roles. Hyundai bought a solution to the extinction of the blue-collar worker. The electric Atlas is being deployed right now into smart factories like the RMAC facility. Imagine a fleet of 100 Atlases. They don't need lunch breaks or health insurance. They operate in total darkness, communicating over a local 5G mesh network, moving heavy components with crushing precision. The new 3-fingered tactile hands are packed with pressure sensors that feel the difference between a glass bottle and a steel bolt. It can deliver enough force to crush a soda can into a flat disc or pick up a single grape without bruising the skin. This dynamic range is what separates a tool from a replacement. When you build a machine that is stronger and more precise than a human, you make the worker obsolete. Hyundai's vision involves a world where the only humans present are the ones writing the code. The Atlas is the physical avatar of the AI, the bridge between the digital world of logic and the messy world of physics. Every time an Atlas moves apart, that data is recorded. If it slips, the data is uploaded to the cloud. Within minutes, every other Atlas in the global fleet has learned how to avoid that specific slip. Humans take 20 years to raise a child to be a productive worker. An AI-driven Atlas fleet takes 20 seconds to download a skill. We are taking our joints, our balance, and our grip, and optimizing them into a platform mass-produced for the price of a luxury SUV. The 2026 inflection point is driven by the NVIDIA Jetson Thor onboard compute, providing over 2,000 teraflops of AI performance. This allows the robot to run its reasoning model and motor control loop simultaneously. It is no longer just following a script, it is perceiving and reacting in real time. This is embodied AI becoming agentic AI, a machine that decides for itself how to complete a task. But there is a twist. While Boston Dynamics was building the Ferrari of robots, the Shenzhen cluster was building the Model T. This is the BYD moment for robotics. Just as Chinese EV manufacturers disrupted the car market, companies like Agibot are doing the same to humanoids. A production-grade Atlas might cost $150,000, but Chinese units target the $25,000 price point. Agibot hit a massive milestone in March 2026 by rolling out its 10,000th humanoid robot. They aren't just building one perfect robot, they are building the fleet. In the robot valley of Shenzhen, every component is manufactured within a 20-mile radius. This vertical integration allows them to iterate at triple the speed of the West. If a designer needs a new high-torque actuator, they have it on their desk the next morning. The backflips were a distraction, a decade-long marketing campaign to make us comfortable with a machine that was secretly learning how to replace us. By killing the hydraulic atlas, Boston Dynamics didn't just upgrade a motor. They severed the final tie to human limitation. We are no longer watching a robot try to mimic us. We are watching the birth of a worker that has realized being human is its only remaining flaw. The violence of the upgrade we mentioned earlier isn't just about speed, it's about the total deletion of the need for a human supervisor. While you were watching Atlas dance, a much more aggressive game was being played in the shadows. This is an international humanoid war. If you go on social media, you'll see the Tesla Optimus or the Chinese Unitree G1. Tesla is trying to build a brain and hope the body catches up, while China is trying to build a billion good-enough robots. Boston Dynamics is doing something more dangerous. They are mastering the brutality of physics. While competitors still look like they are walking on eggshells, the electric Atlas moves with total physical dominance. It has whole body control. If you push an Atlas, it adjusts its hips, knees, and ankles in a synchronized 500 Hz loop. It absorbs the violence of the impact and redirects that energy back into its stance. This superiority leads to the dual-use dilemma. Dual use refers to a machine designed for the factory that can, with a single line of code, be repurposed for the battlefield. This machine was born from DARPA funding, the same agency that gave us stealth bombers. A robot that mimics the human form doesn't need the world to change, it just needs to show up. In early 2026, we saw humanoid platforms performing complex urban maneuvers during demonstrations. A machine with no back that can see in every direction and deliver bone-crushing force in a millisecond is physically superior to any soldier on Earth. The democratization of high-powered humanoids means the barriers to entry are falling. We are entering an era where physical labor and security could be entirely automated. How do you regulate a machine that can move as fast as you but has the strength of a hydraulic press? How do you ensure the robot flywheel doesn't spin into a territory where human accountability is erased? When you see an electric Atlas walking toward you, you aren't just looking at a machine. You are looking at 30 years of research and South Korean manufacturing masterpiece. It is within the top tier of modern engineering, but it is also a mirror reflecting our own ambitions and fears. We have built a machine in our own image and then spent 3 decades making sure it was better than us in every measurable way. We've given it our form but stripped away our weaknesses. No fatigue, no doubt, no pain. The shift to electric power is cold, silent, and scalable. By removing the hoses and pumps, Boston Dynamics removed the mortality of the machine. They created something that can wait in a dark corner for months and then activate in 500 milliseconds with full operational capacity. This is the silent revolution. It isn't just about the robot you see in the video, it's about the million units you haven't seen yet. The cost of labor is about to hit zero in a way that will restructure every economy. The hardware is ready, the brain is trained, and deployment is happening in Hyundai's RMAC facility right now. The transition from the hydraulic athlete to the electric worker is the most significant pivot in the history of robotics. We are the first generation to witness it. Don't look away, because the next step Atlas takes might be into a world we no longer control. Every joint, every sensor, every line of code is a warning of our obsolescence. The choice is no longer between man and machine. It's about how we survive in a world where the machine is the superior version of ourselves. The lights are on and the Atlas is standing right in front of us. What happens next is up to the code, and the code has been learning from us for a long time. The era of the biological worker is ending. The frontier is moving faster than ever. The flywheel is spinning, the actuators are humming, and the simulation is complete. If you found this deep dive as mind-bending as I did, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We cover the shift as it actually happens without the corporate noise. We are entering a new frontier where the digital and physical worlds are colliding, and the electric Atlas is just the first scout. Now, I want to hear from you. If an electric Atlas started a shift at your workplace tomorrow, would you feel like the job just got easier, or would you feel like the countdown to your replacement just started? Drop it in the comments. Let's start a conversation about the human-machine interface. We are looking at a future where the distinction between human work and robot work is erased. The machines aren't coming, they are already here. The only question remains, what happens to us when they no longer need a supervisor? The electric Atlas is a masterpiece, but It's also the first page of a chapter we might not be ready to read. The physical world was our last refuge, where biology still held the advantage. That advantage died the moment those electric actuators snapped into place. As production lines begin to hum at full capacity, we are witnessing the birth of a new species built for peak efficiency. The industrial landscape will never be the same. The quiet hum of the Atlas is the sound of the future arriving ahead of schedule. Consider the scale. When 30,000 units are produced per year by 2028, we aren't just talking about a new tool. We are talking about the mass deployment of physical AI. Every second an Atlas spends on a factory floor, it generates proprietary data that feeds back into its neural network. This creates a data loop that is impossible for humans to compete with. This is why the partnership with Google DeepMind is so critical. While Boston Dynamics handles motor control, DeepMind is building the high-level logic. If a human tells the robot to clear the path, the robot understands what constitutes an obstruction. This level of semantic understanding creates a machine that can reason about its own physical actions. As we look at the landscape of 2026, the battle lines are clear. High-end precision versus low-cost mass production. Both lead to a world managed by machines. The electric Atlas is a herald, a relentless reminder that the frontier is no longer ahead of us. We are standing right in the middle of it. Every joint in the new Atlas is an engineering marvel. The custom high-torque actuators, a collaboration between Boston Dynamics and Hyundai Mobis, achieve reliability and power density that was previously impossible. This isn't just about movement. It's about a torque-to-weight ratio that rivals high-performance sports cars. When Atlas snatches a load, it uses the same engineering principles that drive an electric vehicle's acceleration. But unlike a car, Atlas must manage balance and force delivery in a three-dimensional environment. This requires a control loop running at 500 Hz, 500 adjustments every second. It's faster at reacting to physics than any human. If you slip on ice, your brain takes 150 milliseconds to realize it. The Atlas perceives the slip in 2 milliseconds and adjusts its center of gravity before the foot moves another inch. This is physics mastered by code. As these machines move to the factory, the data they collect will only make them faster. We are looking at reflexes literally 1,000,000 times more refined than our own. The era of the electric god isn't just a metaphor, it's a technical specification. The lab is no longer silent. It's humming with the sound of a new world. The physical dominance of Atlas is rooted in its 56 degrees of freedom, but its true dominance lies in its lack of human ego. It doesn't get frustrated or bored, it simply optimizes. We are moving toward a world of agents that don't need to be told how to move, just what the objective is. The combination of NVIDIA's Blackwell architecture and reinforcement learning means Atlas can solve physical puzzles in real time. If you block its path, it calculates a new trajectory, perhaps pivoting its torso 360 degrees to find an opening while its legs continue their rhythmic stride. This is the peak of the humanoid revolution. We have successfully offloaded biological tasks onto a silicon platform. The implications for the global supply chain are staggering. In 2026, we are seeing the first large-scale deployments proving the ROI. A robot that pays for itself in less than 18 months makes labor essentially free. The industrial landscape is being remapped. Old factories are being replaced by dark factories, where Atlas fleets operate in total pitch black, guided by LiDAR. They move with a synchronization that looks more like a ballet than a manufacturing process. This efficiency is what will separate the winners from the losers. The electric god is here. The only question left is what role we play in a world that no longer requires our physical presence. The code is evolving and the world is being rewritten. This is Signal Frontier. We'll see you in the next one.